Hello there, internet people. It's the 4th of November 2019, 2:30 p.m. and once again, I didn't plan to do this video, but I think Yerba kicked in and the guitar, I think we have started to bond to each other, bond with each other. The guitar lies on my body it's just perfect, Not so perfect when I keep it like so, when this horn, this wing, is right between my legs. It's kind of a little bit less comfortable, still much more comfortable than with Chapman's Ghost Thread, which was neck diving like hell. But I found that when I move my legs here and keep guitar on my hip, the guitar is like the most comfortable guitar to play. I think it's almost as comfortable as my SG, and SG is like a heaven to play on. It sounds amazing, I can't get enough of the EMG pickups, and I have found out as well that I really hate low output pickups, I either have some duds in my Telecaster or there are really low output pickups, but I hate them, and I have found out that if I have this spare power, when I don't have to pick harder to get that sound. That's a clean channel, by the way. It might be slightly overdriven because of the settings, but it's a clean channel, okay? There's so much power in those pickups, it's just wonderful, and it sounds equally good on my Yamaha THR 10X. What else? The guitar, the balance is just amazing. I can play this guitar, almost vertical, no neck dive whatsoever. It's really comfortable, if you're sitting, if you play mostly in sitting position, I can't really tell if it's gonna work for you or not, because I never sit when I play my guitars, I always stand up, so for my needs it's perfect. What else? I'm not really sure about those 42 gauge strings on the guitar, because actually the action is not so low anymore once I've brought it up to E standard tuning, and it actually tires my hand a little bit, so I'm a little bit in doubt if those are 46. I would say they are something larger. Maybe I might be mistaken, but I'm not really sure. There might be 11s. They're not 11s. I think they might be standard or something. 46 to 10. Anyway, I have to get a digital caliper. I think it's called caliper, and check the gauge on the strings because the guitar feels amazing. My fingers, my hands, my grip just gets tired. My hand gets tired after a while of playing. What else? The guitar stand by Fender, that universal guitar stand works, it works okay. The guitar isn't like super stable. I mean, it's super stable when sitting in my room and nobody can, nudge it or anything. It's stable enough, but I would never trust that stand in a house where there are people moving around the guitars. So it's not secure enough, because it basically just rests on that that soft pad, okay? But it's okay. It works for me, and that's the only guitar stand I can buy where the guitar doesn't hang by its neck. What else? I'm having a blast. Okay, I haven't played the guitar since since the last video. I didn't pick it up because, I don't know, I felt overwhelmed with the shape of it, because, it screams like, you can shred, and I barely can play. And I was just, scared of it, to find some faults, which will put me off the guitar, and I will, start considering sending it back. But it went totally opposite, and I totally fell in love with the guitar, It might look ridiculously big, and I think it is big, because when I was trying to get a picture on my phone, I could barely get in the frame with it. So yeah, it's big. It isn't heavy, okay? It doesn't feel awkward when you have on your back. It just feels so super natural and comfortable. So and as for the sound, I would love to, you know, play like I used to play before I have started recording this video, but it might be really hard, you know, because once I know that, you know, the camera is recording me, my mind is a little bit off. But let's see. So I think this is it, you know. I love this. I love it. I love the guitar a lot. Hopefully, if I will have to change, it will take, you know, lower gauge strings as well nicely. What I see in the bridge, there is a lot of spare space, you know, to move the saddles forward and backwards. So it should be alright with going up the gauge, going down the gauge. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I'm falling in love with it, you know, because it sounds amazing. It's comfortable to play, and you know, it's a quality. And I get what people are saying about the E2, you know, ESPs, that they went down with the quality, but yeah, many people complain about the quality, and there are some people who you know, who say like there's nothing wrong with those guitars, you know, they really feel like super quality instruments, and this is how I feel about my ESP V, Flying V, or it's a V standard to Snow White. This is how I feel about this instrument. The only thing I don't really like are the knobs, you know. I would like to have them a little bit smaller, you know, lower profile. I constantly, with all the guitars, keep hitting, except for SG where the knobs are somewhere around here. I keep hitting. I really like to fly with my hand when I'm strumming, and I from time to time hit the knob, which I hate. The switch up, the pickup switch feels flimsy, like it's like really super flimsy. The knobs feel, you know, they could be nicer. I mean, just a little bit, but that's it, you know. Other than that, the guitar seems to be perfect. I mean, it's almost perfect. I don't need to be perfect. Okay, enough talking. I'm gonna try and, you know, get my mind into playing only. So if you you know, have experience, or never mind, this is where the cringy part really starts. So this is where the video officially ends, and you know, this is like a bonus material. Hopefully it will sound, you know, just half as good as in real life on the video, on the recording. Oh, by the way, it's super quiet, as you can hear, you know. Active pickups. I'm starting to you know, to fall in love with them. Okay, no more. switch to a little bit more boosted channel. By slightly, significantly overdriven, but I can do more. Actually, I think it might be a little bit. I'm just gonna add a boost to that previous preset. By the way, as far as I know, there is no other video on YouTube with that particular guitar, you know. I think there was like 2 videos, someone was playing on those guitars, but you couldn't really tell for 100% because the frame was somewhere around here, okay, so you couldn't really tell if this is this exact model or some other. Oh, this, I don't think you wanna hear me playing this. I'm not really sure if I wanna play myself, playing this. Let's go back a little. So if you have funds, if you have a guitar, you know, if you are eyeballing some guitar, ESP guitar, and you're afraid of trying out the E2 series, you know, give it a shot, like really, because you know, I might be one of the few people who are super happy with that guitar, and I think you already know from my previous videos, because actually you might not know, because I have started doing them in English, making them in English only recently, but I'm very picky, you know, I'm really picky, and I can't really tell anything wrong about this guitar except for you know, a crappy switch, a pickup selector, and you know, knobs could be a little bit of higher quality, I guess.
Now it's time to break them.
I'm really eager to find out what gauge strings I'm running here, because obviously I can tell that my hand is a little bit worn out after a couple of minutes of playing, so I'm not really sure. By the way, it's a bridge pickup all the time, EMG81. gonna stay, you know, the position you're gonna put it, because of that strap button, which is amazing. You know, if Chapman guitar Ghost Red would have that button in the back and the balance would be alright, you know, Chapman Ghost Red would be amazing guitar as well. Lost the pick. What about something quieter? Something quiet and soothing, perhaps. And yeah, guitar stays in perfect tune. I yet to have find out how it does, you know, during bending, but I'm gonna save it for the last couple of minutes because it's gonna be awful, like even worse than this, like super awful. So what song is it? It's Yeah, I really like that I have this room. That I have this room of high output pickups, you know, because I don't know, it just makes a whole world difference to me when I have that spare power, you know, that I can just play with the sound better, if that makes any sense, you know, if the output of, if the pickups are really of low volume and of low power, I don't know, it just doesn't inspire me that much, I guess, to play. Fingers! The action is really not that great as I thought it's gonna be, and I'm not really sure if it's the height of the strings or the strings themselves that makes my hand really tired, you know. But I'm not gonna lie, I kinda like that the room of my playing style, that I can punch those strings, you know, without them hitting frets and buzzing. Okay, we are nearing to the end.
Now this requires that you know the licks really well, so
Yeah, make sure you know the licks really well. I know them, alright? I'm just not used to them on this guitar, and I haven't really played those licks for like 5 days or so. Not to make any excuses, I don't want to make any excuses, but it might be terrible. You might want to switch the video right now. I mean, turn it off. This is definitely, those are definitely not nines. I can tell you that right now. Okay, they are not nines, so it must be a regular set. And I'm not really sure about the bass strings. They might be a little bit higher gauge as well. Actually, I'm gonna... it's gonna take some time to get used to. Yeah, my hands are all sweaty, and I can feel the difference. I can definitely feel the difference, because normally with hybrids or nines, no matter what string height, it's really... Now, one thing I have noticed is that the string don't really slide that smooth on the frets, because those are not stainless steel frets. But it might be the height, string height action, you know, the different gauge I'm used to, but... I'm gonna definitely need to used to it or switch strings, which I really don't want to do at that point. And the G is gone. It might be gone one time before. I just didn't notice. I don't have it control on the high E string because of the tension is too high, and my you know, it just strings from underneath my finger. It's a good test though, when your fingers are all and palms are all sweaty. It's a good test if you can comfortably play high tension strings, you know. Yeah, maybe it's just a matter of, you know, getting used to it and adjusting a couple of things, but it's a Fender scale, so the tension is higher than on the Gibson guitars scale. Can't do the bands. I knew that once I go to that bands exercise, to those bands, I will notice a difference straight away. You know, it's harder when you don't feel that much, but once you start banding, you know it's something is off because the strings don't want to go where you want them to go, and you're used to, you know, to control them. And so yeah, the string action is string gauges is must be tense. This must be tense. Mess with those. I'm gonna skip on tens for a while. Maybe I will get a digital caliper and check for sure if it's you know, if it's the case or my mind is playing some tricks. Okay, enough of it. Hopefully you didn't die watching it. See you in the next video, I guess.